shy of the mark. Crew just need to try and delay and deny. And they do just that with a wall dropped down in their face. A little bit of a pause and a delay here as Bucio gets the opener. King finding openings on the left side of Dice.
Coach Adam, congratulations on the victory of the first map. Going into this game versus Leviatán, Shanghai on the line, you've mentioned that you needed the vibes to be high. It seems like the vibes are there, so now what's the next step?
The next step is to completely be back, because in a moment we lost like our course, and I think we are just coming back, but we are not fully there, so I hope in the next map we can find ourselves again.
Awesome. Well, Coach Adam, good luck, man. Bull. That's a good one, right?
Welcome back, everybody. Some decisive looks here from Crew, while Leviatán floundered on multiple occasions, especially on those attacking rounds. They didn't quite know where to be or where to finish, whereas Crew were ready for them no matter what side they seemed to hit.
In terms of backness meters,
Love some
we're
backness.
so bad. I mean, Crew, after that last game, I was so down on this team. G2 had a great game plan. They struggled to adjust, and then things started falling apart. Individual mistake after individual mistake.
They stunk, Mimi.
Yes, but they were so much better this series. Their Lotus defensive side in particular was great. It was back to the proactivity we know them for.
And look at this round, right? First, you have Meltzer getting a pick over on A site, which shuts Lev down into both C and B. They try to look into this B site, but immediately it's a counter Nightfall, forcing them into the Killjoy Viper setup on this side. You also have a quick rotate coming in from Kesnet. They really just corralled the 4 remaining members of Lev straight into this. And this was their bonus, right? On the defensive side, they just could not lose after that.
I mean, yeah, look at that as well. Beating them handily in the first kill game, 12-7. I was so worried about Crew coming into this. I really thought after that close loss to Lev, their first loss of the season being 5-0 previous, and then the manner in which they lost to G2, I was just expecting the mental to be unrecoverable from that point, honestly.
King
I thought
was
that
0-3 on that A side.
Yeah.
First kill, first death situations with Crew pushing up on those extremities every defensive round.
I mean, this was really a Crew return to form, not just in the things you're talking about with the proactivity on that. We've got to get rid of this bunny. Someone needs to hold it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it again. No, but on their defensive side, the calling through and through was great from Klaus. I think he had a great read of when to set his players up for these proactive ideas. I think Kesnet was getting away with so much more in this game. I liked the rounds where they were going for their early gambits. I also like these kind of late re-clears into A that were constantly catching Lev off guard.
They did all that, and they also solved the issues from before, right? They solved their post plans on attack, and they had the clutch factor that was such a problem for them previously.
All right, Go Kid, what are you cooking up? Let's hear what Leviatán's coach has to say ahead of map number 2.
So, Coach Goked, a tough loss here on the first map, your map pick on Lotus, and going into this game against Crew, you said that looking back at the 100 Thieves game, you noticed that the team maybe wasn't flowing as much. Despite that loss, though, did you still see some sign of life of that flow that you wanted the team to have?
I definitely see some moments, but I felt like we were ahead in so many situations that we ended up like throwing. So really, I just think like we need to be clear on the situations, and we're going to have a good game.
All right. Well, good luck on that, man. All right.
Goked choosing to boil it down to kind of being ahead and then throwing things away. Is that accurate, do you feel?
I mean, there were definitely some rounds. Remember that eco round in the first half, right?
Yeah.
Where they get up, it's a 3-on-1 somehow against a dude with 2 HP and a classic, and he wins? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, even in that round you were talking about, too, having that lurker flushed out up towards A and then the round slipping away from there. But also, when you're a coach, those rounds where you had the advantage are the ones you are going to remember. Looking ahead, though, into Icebox, I think that this is a lot more doable territory for Leviatán. This is where we saw Crew get absolutely shut down on their attacking side. All of their ideas of proactivity, fighting into backside with this really flash-heavy, aggressive comp were getting punished. And Lev play a similar comp. They have similar ideas. I think that this is a winnable position for them to recover.
Lev play a flashlight double controller setup on this map, right? So quite different by contrast here. Well,
Sure.
Crew love to like dig in on that A side, especially, and play with that Reyna. So maybe different.
I still think that comp sets you up well. You don't have like the same amount of utility to go for those floods, but I think that the key thing beyond just the util combos was just like these kind of double faces towards the backside. Even if that is just like the Sova Dart they're going off of, I think they can still find success.
Yeah, ultimately, like the Harbor still gives you good options to flood out into a site, walling up, you know, once your Viper wall goes down, or even using the Cascade to get some more space in as well. I think that's really the game plan that I want to see Lev go for if you're downloading what caused Crew to struggle so much yesterday.
Yeah, now, listen, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, excuse me, because I saw a little agent pick spoiler on the Crew side.
Mimi's referred to the backness nature, so you can't get more ahead of that.
It looked like Kesnet was on Jet.
That's so blessed.
Not Reyna.
It's so blessed.
It definitely is. He found some success on Reyna, some of the maps, but Jet, marginal perhaps in some cases, but definitely a better pick on paper.
Yeah.
And with Kesnet finally breaking that two-game streak of having really sluggish starts on map 1 and needing to pick things up later, here just white hot from the jump, and now going to be on that Jet, which is better for scaling deep into the sites, especially on A, playing off of the Dizzy, and a deep flash for the KO to get back sight will be nice. It's something they didn't have before. I think this maybe will be just what they needed to actually get this win here on Icebox.
I think having the double flashes plus the Reyna was really committing heavily into the aggressive ideas. The Jet, however, gives you more options to kind of pull back, to be fighting backside, and then dash away and recover with the team. I think this is a great change for Crew. When the pressure is on, they have a chance to 2-0 here and stay alive.
Crew making a switch back to the Jet. Let's see if it's enough to make the difference and shut Leviatán out of this series. Let's find out and head over to Doug and Baby Bay once more for the call.
One map to potentially decide how this plays out, and Drave, the switch from Reyna to Jet at a moment like this it's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, it's really good, especially Kesnet. You know he's going to have an op online in that defensive side, kind of like how he already did on Lotus. So the way that he's been maneuvering around the map on Lotus, he's going to have even more right to do that. We've seen operators like Cryo who have been maneuvering around the map, and he's kind of going to be an inspiration for Kesnet in this moment, I think. Going up against Icebox, who honestly always performs on Icebox.
Yeah, it's Icebox. But I do like the change. I like the change a lot, especially knowing that you've got Leviatán on the back foot, knowing that they just got embarrassed on Lotus. For you to add a little extra wrinkle, perhaps they weren't prepared for it, although it's still pretty standard to have Jet on Icebox. But you're not going to be worried about the same stuff. You're not dealing with the eye and the flash and everything else. It's going to be Kesnet dashing into your face, looking to put you away.
Speaking of Kesnet, he will be making first contact here against Calm or Mizzino potentially.
Mizzino has taken the low ground, but Calm will fall.
Spike down A.
And you just can't help but feel like, why would Calm not use the same pathing there as Mizzino?
Especially slow walking, doing it too. It feels like a mistake. But no time to dwell on those. Leviatán still have to try to find a way to convert on this round. And Kesnet falling will certainly help. Tex joining in on the fun, but Shy and Klaus keep them back. Mizzino falls, another pistol for Crew.
Crew are playing together. This is the Crew that we saw almost go undefeated the entire normal season, the normal stage. They're back. A lot of their success is how they play off of each other, taking the aggro fights together. That's what they lost yesterday, and it's back in full effect now. And again, a mistake from Calm there.
It's tough in situations like that. Pressure is a privilege. And right now, it feels like Crew's handling it better.
They just don't know how to bring it back when they're on the back end. Seems like the streak of getting first blood continues.
But you know there will be a spark. There will be something that turns this back.
I mean, there needs to be, because another first blood goes the way of Crew.
It's Kesnet, of course, who's getting in it.
There's 3 players already geared towards this side of the map. Molly's coming out.
King looks like he's going to try to find a late timing on the rotate B, but...
Yeah, Mizzino snuck on by.
Kesnet's aware, but you're right. Mizzino's timing is pretty.
Oh my gosh, and Crew are actually so lucky that Heat was able to get that trade. With that being said, there's a free A site for the side of Lev.
With Kesnet away, King decides to play. Creeps out towards A, finds plenty of space, and calls to rotate over.
What can they do with it? They will get the bomb down, which is good for the general economy. Calm does have 2 shock darts, but he's a little bit too aggro to use them here.
And a Bulldog, 2 Guardians, a Marshal for the defense. Shy's already claiming his first. And at this point, any sort of damage that can be done feels like a victory won. But Kesnet with 3 on the round. Crew get their second.
Kesnet is not showing any sign of slowing down in this series. He's been so good.
This is the electric player that we were expecting.
Yeah.
This is the type of play, and to be fair,
He just no-scope Tex.
And to be fair, it's not. He did it again to Icebox.
Oh my gosh.
To be fair, it's not just Kesnet, right? Like the team as a whole, as you were mentioning on Lotus, they're playing so much better together. And it almost feels bad to mention that. Yeah, it's Com's 24th birthday. Happy birthday. But a couple things that need to be solved if you want this to be a happy end of the day.
I'm looking at this round right here for Lev. They need to win this convincingly, in my opinion. Strike some fear into Crew, because Crew right now are so confident. Every single player has been winning their aim duels, even against Icebox.
Take flight. They're so comfortable playing retake on A again. They're gonna give up all of the space. They're happy to leave it vacated. Spam comes through, Plank goes down. Leviatán with a positional advantage and a gun 1 to boot.
Oh, the Icebox angle.
He's gotten
So
backside.
good in this spot.
A desperate need for the duelist to come online. A desperate need for a spark of any kind. And there he goes, the first found. But Tex helping him out. Klaus left alone, a 1v4. Will not convert. A big round for Leviatán. Very reminiscent to what we saw in the first half of Lotus.
Yeah, and they needed that convincing round win to build any type of confidence going into this. And now they have that Harbor ult online, ready and available. It looks like they're gearing towards another heavy A default. Oh, that's how Calm got that entry?
The free ones are often the best ones.
Yeah.
You mentioned that Reckoning in the hands of the attack. We'll see if it's invested this time. Meanwhile, Kesnet already with Blades online, looking to deny space and looking to go aggressive. With the drone in his face, he's not dissuaded.
This is a perfect time for Mizzino to pull a trigger on the ult, but it's too late almost. Oh, look.
As they're exiting, they're gonna find safe passage out. Ult's traded, I guess. But Leviatán are now gonna flip back B.
Yeah, the kill on the Viper opens up the opportunity to get a plant down. You don't have to worry about those Viper mollies to stall you out. And Tex, he's getting really, really deep, pushed up here.
This is often where we see attack sides make a mistake if they scale up too far, but Tex seemingly wise to it. Patient in his approach, not scaling back into Snowman.
Here's Kesnet.
He still has his Blades too. Trying to feel out where the aggression will come from. A turret to control the flank. And you know Calm is going to try to explore that area of the map. Meanwhile, the Blade's not connecting, but Tex with 3.
Oh, wait.
And there's no chance for a flank here. Calm was too far away. He's got to go fast. Shy's going to be the first to keep him back. 26 HP. He's going to stick the defuse.
How are Crew stealing these rounds away? Everything is going right for them. And it's off of Klaus. Of all players on this roster, it's the IGL.
He's smiling. Again, the duality of man. The last time we saw him on the screen 2 days ago, he was head in hands.
2 rounds in.
Rubbing his eyes. Yeah. He looked dejected. But now plenty of reason to smile.
He took inspiration from John of Sentinels. And right now he's showing why.
Kesnet with Op online, pushing forward. A wall in his face, has to dash back. Almost punished by the spam.
You should run.
Is this another fake? Remember, in the previous round, it was the Reckoning, now the Lockdown.
I love her playing at a very, very fast pace on this map so far.
King just got caught. And this just forces them to commit A. There's no second layer to this. They don't have another option. They commit to getting the spike down. They're waiting for Crew to be the ones to strike.
Yeah. Calm does have Hunter Fury online.
There's no flank to deal with. Nothing to have to worry about there, so he is going to have the space to invest the ult. And there it is, right on cue. Dropped. So is Shy. Icebox from up top, looking to keep them back. The defuse not held. Numbers in favor of the attack as the spike continues to tick away, and Icebox getting 2 big ones. Kesnet and Klaus forced to take a step back. Preserve the op.
A much better post plant here from the side of Lev. This time opting to play it out of sight. Normally we see Icebox playing in towards that single box gen area on A, playing that off angle for screens. This time he drifts to heaven and picks up 3 on the retake. Nice shots.
That's what you need to see out of him.
Another heavy A side default from Lev. This time no lurk will be towards the B side of the map, but Kesnet will have all the info because he's going to be staring down the scope of his operator.
Remember here, the 2 weapons that they were able to save from the previous round are the only things they have in this fight.
Yeah.
We'll see if that proves to be the difference maker. As Leviatán previously found success A, and they want to dip that way once more.
Yeah, they're just going to brute force this right here. Shy spotted backside.
Knowing they have the numbers advantage, you see them attempting to clear out the Clove, and it's actually Shy who falls. Icebox pushing forward, taking space. Dash expires, and now the angle held. Crew again at an attempt on a retake, and they don't really have the weaponry to do this. Once again, it's just the op from Kesnet and the Phantom from Klaus. Do they save once more? Klaus falls.
Yeah, he has to save the op here as Kesnet. The hunt is in full effect.
He's close though. They know where he is.
It's a fight to the death.
He's got the dash online, tries to get away, but Icebox lands the shots, so the op not carried over.
Kesnet knew there was no escaping in that moment. Had to take out as many as he could. And Lev here have been abusing this A side of the map the last couple of rounds. Stringing something together. This is something that they failed to do on the last map. So signs of life finally from Lev. Maybe warmed up. Shy's there like, wait, no one's holding my right?
Just frustration.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, you see it on his face.
Can they keep it together though? It truly is the battle of mental fortitude.
Very similar to Lotus. Again, it was tit for tat. It was a 7-5 half. It was close until it wasn't. Will this map contain some of the same? Leviatán had been abusing A, as you mentioned, but now turning their eyes B.
I love the adaptation King has made in his calling. He understands that Crew has been shutting down the lurks on both maps. So now they're just taking a more standard death ball approach.
Not concerned with fakes, not concerned with trying to manipulate things. Icebox was up front, Hal taking a step back. Meanwhile, Crew looking to stake their claim back Snowman.
Klaus again, a big opener.
With 3 there, they've got to try to find their way through. He can't cross. Now finding safe passage as Kesnet swings on King. But can Calm keep them back? Tex and Calm, the only 2 that remain, late additions to the squad, trying to dance around and stay alive. Tex with 2, still so much more to do. Can he keep them back to spam through? That's all it's going to be for now.
Man, what was a lot of space given on B was for a reason, and Klaus opening up another round win for his team. He's playing lights out right now. 9-3-3, sitting at the top with Kesnet. Look at this guy.
It's that triple fight. back snowman.
Enemy remaining.
That was just so strong and texted as best as he could. He's been a bright spot for Leviatán so far. Icebox with blades.
Yeah, and this is going to be a classic mid to B. Icebox is going to go on top 2 potentially. This time he opts not to.
Yeah, thinking twice about it.
Mid to B is going to be really tough. But that drone tagging Melzer.
He knows where he is. He's trying to go hunting. Melzer does fall. And they're going to continue to push the matter forward. Thrash catching Aspas. And Keznet's there to punish.
The insta dash into sight.
A 2v2.
Oh my gosh!
Dropped Kiznet. Not able to get the last. It's all under Shy. And he delivers once more.
Crew are winning these crazy scrappy rounds. Every single time chaos ensues, it seems like Crew come out on top.
And this is the bare knuckle fight that we were talking about. It's the team who's able to navigate that chaos best that will likely emerge victorious.
Kesnet got away with bloody murder here. That dash forward, the insta reaction to do that, and then picking up Calm here. Jeez. He knows. It's all me, baby. He said, I got us.
Plenty of reasons to celebrate. Crew up 2. And now a timeout called from Leviatán. An opportunity to think things over, slow things down. That was tragic.
It's not out of reach yet.
No. And I do think we're seeing a lot more of a dynamic approach to the attack side from Lev than we saw on the previous map.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I like the adaptation that King made, already understanding that it's hard to get lurk value against a team like Crew. This is what I said was going to be hard for G2 to do against Crew. But G2 just ended up winning most of those first bloods. But the mechanical talent that Crew has, if they're ready and primed to aim correctly, they usually shut down any type of, you know, contact plays, whether that's a lurk or an actual pack of players. And they're showing that in this series so far. So a good change from King to just call, you know, 5-mans, or in this case, a 4-1 split, but an initiator leading the solo side instead of a lurk. Oh, Aspas is so good at this top 2 area.
Skiv his face back up, but he does clear the turret.
Yeah, this
Klaus
is gonna. Yeah,
is up really far. Holy smokes, he's up so far.
Another first blood for the lad.
Just continues to tee off. And now Kesnet, the reinforcements. Not gonna find anything. They take a step back. See the harbor utility go up, but they're ahead of it once more.
This reposition.
He's got so much high ground, but the blades are dull.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Aspas pushing forward. He's got 3 on the round. And 1 more to be found. Melzer's gonna be laid on the rotate. The spike will go down.
Here.
A 1v3 would be ridiculous. But that is the ask right now.
Toxin screen down.
That's what's demanded of him.
The money's not so hot, so I wonder if maybe we see a save going into this, but looks like we're not gonna get that. I think he wants to go for kills.
Toxins going up.
Decides to back off, and
Yeah, nothing free found.
we can talk about that little aim lab session that Aspas just had. That looked really nice.
Yeah. And that's Aspas at his best. But he's just gonna have to continue to do it. And you know he's good for it. We talked earlier in the map about what was going to be the spark, right? What is it that kind of flips the switch, that gets things back competitive? Because you've got to find something to forget about that last half of Lotus ASAP. And I think they're starting to do that. I think we've seen, again, a much more dynamic approach on the attack side.
Yeah, they're not folding over quite just yet.
Nice round. Beautiful, boys.
It was beautiful.
Very
and
calm.
it was enough to bridge the gap, too. Just 1 round separating these 2 squads.
Another 5-man a day.
With 2 ults. Common King.
Lev have been doing this on the scrappy buys that Crew have, using the gun advantage and the utility to their benefit. This time a Soul Vault invested from Com.
Right off the bat. Keznet's gone undetected. They don't know he's there, and of course he punishes.
It's a big first blood.
The difference maker looking to continue. And now, Shy's ult used.
Look at the flank. Melzer's already behind.
He's ahead of him. They're going to walk right into his crosshair. But they don't flood. They're not stacked together, so he's going to have to try to hold the line by himself. A jump cleared, and guess who's joined?
They're stuck.
Kesnit's here. Melzer tries to take the fights on his own. There's nowhere for Leviatán to go.
3 players.
Corners closing in.
Last player
Mazzino will fall. Oh, wait. Icebox is going to try to do it on his own.
Yeah, Shy needs to run right now.
Not opting to take the fight. Just
oh my gosh.
barely getting away. The warning shot's enough. And now 35 seconds left.
Look how scared both players of Crew are, as they should be.
Respect shown, and
30
Icebox
seconds left.
with an opportunity to flip this map on its head. An opportunity to be the spark. A 1v2 in a situation like this. Shy with the weapon, but he's so far away. He the only one close by. And as you mentioned, that they're not giving him any fights.
10 seconds left.
This is his angle. He plays this spot so well.
Turns the flash. Gun advantage, health advantage. And of course he falls. It's all on to Shy. The only one who really had a shot at this to begin with, but it still doesn't feel like a fair fight. Can Icebox deliver once more? Or can Shy snatch this away? The mind game's being played, and the shots come through for Icebox. The Red Bull clutch to tie us at 5.
Icebox was the spark to ignite what could be a fire in the rest of this series. An ace for a player like Icebox. In the scenario in which it was, what, a 1v4? You
Something
cannot
like that, yeah.
be giving a player like this moments like that.
Momentum becomes such a factor. We're going to get to take a look at that one again. As Bedlam ensued backside. He slowed things down. Got the kills he needed, and back into the action we go. Naturally, after a play like that, you'd expect Kesnit to be the one to respond.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, he's up forward and aggressive, but Shy is the one to find an advantage. Slips behind enemy lines, punishes with 3. Can Icebox deliver again?
Oh,
No!
gosh!
Shy besting him in the rematch. And an opportunity to deliver. But Tex now in a 1v4 to attempt to replicate the success of the duelists on the other side cannot.
I spoke about the mental fortitude that this match is going to take out of both teams. From what just happened to you to clap back like Shy just did and almost get an ace of his own, this is such a crazy game.
And such a desperately needed response. Because you're right, you let that run amok, and who knows how the rest of the half goes, who knows how the rest of the map goes.
That answer back should make that Icebox ace a distant memory.
Get out of my way.
But of course, the opportunity to respond once more for ults on the side of the attack.
Right here.
Including the blades in the hands of Icebox. Wall goes up, drone goes through, and now they follow. The Reckoning not really repositioning anyone. No one is there. A retake attempt once more.
This time Kesnit is the man on the flank. He took out the Killjoy turret. That'll make Tex have to back up and watch this. Icebox
Flashed, dizzied, dead. Meanwhile, Mazzino filling in on the space up top.
It's chaos.
The retake attempt seemingly effective. Leviatán need to slow things down, and that ult's gonna help.
Oh! That's so clutch from Heat.
Now, ripe for reset. The pick goes down. Calm does too. Tex and King can't hold the line.
One Molly to his name.
He's got the pick, but he's left alone. He's dropped. A 7-5 half again.
And again in the chaos. Crew come out on top.
They've done such a good job of navigating those moments.
Switching sides.
It's become their home ground.
They just want a round where Tex gets the lockdown in the middle of the retake. You know how hard that is?
So difficult.
One enemy.
So outrageous, but they continue to play with confidence. We're going to throw it down to Uber and the rest of the desk who's actually standing by in the crowd right behind us. Actually, take it away, fellas.
Yeah, directly behind you guys. Great to be here in the Riot Games Arena. How are we feeling, everyone? What a game! Some happy Crew fans. We can't blame them, really. What a comeuppance it's been for them. I mean, Leviatán are on their last lifeline here.
Yeah, I can't believe that Crew have managed to come back mentally from the 2 defeats earlier. Winning the round after Icebox got that crazy clutch. I was so worried.
Which one? There was 2 of them.
I mean, the most recent one that went down to the 1v1 to the 1v1. I'm so impressed by them and their resilience in specific.
And honestly, this is coming after, Icebox literally kept Lev in the game, right? Like, Crew were looking to run away with this, and then somehow 2 back-to-back rounds, he's getting a 3K. And then this round right here is absolutely ridiculous. Make no mistake, without this, Crew are walking away with this series easily. Icebox has kept his team in on just a thread.
Absolutely. I mean, both of these teams, the players are laying it all on the line. 1 spot left for Shanghai. The loser of this is out. And it would be so ridiculous, such a travesty to have 2 international events in a row without Icebox, who right now, I mean, he has to be the best player in the world at the moment, and to not have him there would be crazy. But it's a testament as well to the firepower on Crew and how much this team has leveled up that they can nullify him, the world champion on Lev and Calm. I mean, they have become such a fantastic team under the reins of Adam and Klaus, their new IGL.
Yeah. And making pivots too, right? Kesnet over onto the Jet now is frying as well, putting up big numbers on that front too. Now they just have to be able to convert it over on the attack.
It's all about who can impose their style on the other here. A titanic struggle as always in the LATAM region between Crew and Leviatán. And like was mentioned, of course, that last spot in Shanghai is on the line. It's time to leave it all out there and hold nothing back. Crew versus Leviatán. Still a little bit more to see from this series. Can Crew continue to impose that chaotic style, or can Leviatán hold off? We'll head back to our casters to take away the next half.
Thanks so much, Mitch. Right into the action. I know we're going to be cutting into this one hot, and Crew already dealing with some of the utility A. Slow things down as Kesnet takes the opener. Calm, beaten and battered.
Kesnet's so confident right now. A slow A default for Crew into a B hit. Lev are ahead of this though. And they need to dig deep. King needs to dig deep here. Sitting at 3 kills. Having a rough series.
Oh, the dizzy, the flash once again. Icebox manages to stay alive and he gets a kill. It's criminal. And now an opportunity to deal more damage. New line of scrimmage has been set. You see Crew take a step back. They still have Kesnet, Shy, and Melser to secure this pistol, or at least attempt to. How has Kesnet gotten 3? Was that a collat?
I don't know. I think it was. But either way, once that wall goes down, all 3 players of Lev drop at what seemed like the same time. So Crew are just on a different level right now in these team fights. It was a collat.
That's insane.
Oh, look at this.
That's insane.
He had no chance. I can't help but feel for Lev. Sometimes there's just nothing you could do. It just isn't your day. And right now,
Yeah,
it's looking like it's just not their day.
Yeah, but you've got to get over that real fast because there is no second chance.
This is it.
Nobody remembers how it wasn't their day. All they remember is who wins. And for Leviatán now, a desperate need to forget. Aggression? A? What a call at a moment like this. Traded 1-for-1, overwhelmed. But as they try to find safe passage and exit, Crew push forward once more.
Viper wall going up will cause a little halt in the actions of Crew. Now that they've reconciled, they will get the dizzy down. And they're going for more. Shy wants an ace. And Kesnet steals it from him. But a very convincing round from Crew. And yeah, Lev had A site stacked on that eco round. but the gun diff was just too much for them to handle.
So decisive in their aggressive approach here. I mean, they fully swing confident, leaning into the gun advantage that they have. And again, we've got to set the stakes here. For Crew, they made a couple of roster changes. And yes, they look like they were sitting on top of Americas. For Leviatán, the story was the same. This was a roster that was built to compete for championships. And right now, they seem lost. Desperately looking to find answers.
They have to win this round. This is such an important round. If they lose this bonus round of Crew, their economy is going to be absolutely terrible.
The snowball might be too much. Klaus caught right at the beginning. A great response.
One enemy remaining.
Much needed. The timing couldn't have been more perfect for them.
Poison's off.
The name of the game for Melzer here is just get as many rifles out of Lev as you can.
Yeah,
Give yourself as much of an advantage going into that first actual gun round as you can.
And you see the finances for Leviatán are less than stellar.
Yeah. He's got a lot of time to work with. 40 seconds.
I know there's still much to go here, but this would be back-breaking. If Melzer can somehow pull this off.
Yeah.
Poison orb emitting. 30 seconds left.
Devastation. Potentially delivered.
This would be an iconic moment. He has to deal with this shock dart and Sova dart.
They're playing together.
Poison's off.
Melzer looking to find.
He could find a timing here.
Anything he can, and of course it's Icebox to extinguish the potential. 3 on the round for him. Leviatán get to 6.
That was a great fight from Lev on the defensive side. Icebox playing really aggro on the pipes angle. Gets hit by Dagger, but doesn't get forced off. That opens up this kill from Mazzino. And off a contact of Tex, Icebox is able to jump up on pipes.
We're gonna play super together, guys. Oh, we're not. Boys.
And they did play super together there. It was really nice to see.
Here.
I mean, that was a lot of their success on the attacking side as well. Was the 5-man hits.
Icebox being the one to try to rally the troops. Plenty of international experience and hunger for it once more.
He knows what it takes to win.
King gonna be the first contact here as there's a heavy lean B from the attack.
This could be a big moment for King to step up for his team.
But the step up looked like get a multi-kill or get the info and get out. Decides to play his life and try to get away.
Only one molly to stall.
Manages to do so without taking a lick of damage.
Oh, he's getting taken down low here. Bomb goes down.
And now a reset. No flank to deal with. An early wall. Heat's the only one ahead of it right now. And he's the one who's taking the damage.
It's chaotic again, Doug.
Can they navigate it once more? Utility kills coming through as comp falls. King on the swing. Tries to tag one through the wall. Not able to do so. And now as the ult expires, they continue to push forward. A 3v3. Klaus and Heat both so weak. Mazzino looking to get it as Tex continues to deliver and the defuse comes through.
And this time, amongst the chaos, Lev come out on top.
Heroics from Tex.
Stepping up huge for his team. Bailing out King and Calm in this scenario.
You can tell Tex there wanted to get that first kill and then get away behind the wiper wall, but when the wall goes down, he realizes he has nowhere to go. All he can do is fight, and that he does.
And Crew actually threw with that plant spot, because you can defuse from behind the wall of B. They say pressure makes diamonds. Sometimes nothing is made.
I mean, Tex is shining pretty right now. The buy for Crew, not great. I don't know how much that drone saw.
I wonder if they're going to invest this Gecko Thrash into this round as well. 4 players of Lev We're gonna meet Crew head on here.
These ults are so plentiful that they, of course they invest. No real reason not to. And the sparks continue to shine for Leviatán. 8 on the round. What a comeback.
That was so well coordinated. The updraft with the flash. Icebox just having free reign from the top of yellow there.
Hey, we're gonna take a look at that one more time.
Now it's a Thrash invested too.
Yeah.
That's a huge round win. It's the battle of the Jets and the Sentinels this game. Look at this. Icebox and Tex versus Kesnet and Shy. And that round win will cause a timeout from Crew. This has been a pleasure to watch this map.
Just when we thought that it was going to be a bit of the same, that it was going to be a competitive first half and then just a slaughter in the second, Leviatán respond with backs against the ropes. And not a moment too soon, really. Finally, we're seeing Crew get pushed.
Yeah, Lever shooting back right now. That first map was... I mean, that was so upsetting to watch if you're a Lev fan. But they've warmed up now. They're in full effect and their ults are online. You've got the lockdown for Tex. You got the Harbor ult for Mazzino. Knives if need be for Icebox.
Here.
Something that's so interesting for me is that Icebox doesn't seem to pick up the up much on this defensive side. He didn't use the up at all the last series that he played against 100 Thieves.
And it doesn't seem like that's going to change here. He does have blades, but it's Kesnet who we imagine will be investing his.
Yeah, this will be an updraft.
With the flash, they're all here. Can Kesnet have another big moment trying to get up top? But it's Klaus who gets a kill. And that's perfect. I mean, they get the kill and then they reset.
Just holding, waiting for any type of re-aggression from Lev. That is the jet dash out.
A freeze on the round.
Yeah, they know they have the advantage right now. They don't want to give anything away for free. That's why you see them deathballing up here. But Lever kind of geared for this.
They're not far off. Yeah, they haven't committed to B. They haven't fully sent this away. Confident with the fact that they've taken so much space mid.
Here comes the speed up from Crew. They have to commit to this A site now if they don't go back.
King and Tex take a step back. Remember, Tex has his ult. Invested right on time with 40 seconds left. A big question to be answered. Do they stay? Do they try to navigate this fight? Icebox with 2 big kills. Klaus not able to find steady footing.
Spike down A. 30 seconds.
We're tied up here. Barring a miracle from Melser. We've got a fight on our hands.
And the words from Icebox are replaying in my head. We're gonna fight together. And that's what they're doing here on this A side of the map. And the way that Icebox is playing right now, he's here to win. He's here to bring this back. Look at these fights.
We've seen him have so many big moments. Really just this map.
Yeah.
Right? It feels like he's the one who's kind of keeping them in this, but I mean, that said, 4 rounds in a row, Leviatán look like they're back. They have figured something out in these last couple of rounds. And now it's Crew who seem a little lost. Without ideas, uninspired. Kesnet with a hero rifle and just sheriffs surrounding him. Another death ball A.
And there's only so much you can do strategically on a map like Icebox. Sometimes it really just comes down to heroics and trading. And that's a big entry from Kesnet.
If you're expecting heroics, it's got to be from him. He's still healthy, now looking for high ground with a rifle in hand. Do they peek through the wall at the same time? It actually goes down. Klaus falls 2. Kesnet will join him as Tex lights up the kill feed once more! Tex with the ace!
I need to see that over. It's not every day you say Tex with the ace.
And a stoic response. He makes it look pedestrian.
That was so fast.
Placing swarm grenade.
Surely we run that back. Oh!
Spike down A.
There was a firing squad behind us.
That was beautiful, man. And he looks like a stone cold killer while he's doing it too. Another timeout for Crew.
In short
Second
succession.
one.
Yeah. You gotta wonder what Adam saw to want to call that another one right back to back.
I think a lot of it is just trying to stop any type of momentum that Lev has. Try to ice the players of Leviatán right now. And then also, so much rides on this round. If you do not win this round, you don't have a full buy going into the next. I don't believe so, at least. They have to win this round. It's a must win. And it looks like they're gonna gear towards an A fake with KO ult, but actually NB, if I'm looking at the mini map right now. Lev so far on the retakes have been looking really clean. Crew need to create more chaotic moments as the retake are coming in.
Oh, I think part of the problem is too, the chaos that they were finding success in previously has gone the other way now.
Exactly.
So I don't know if it's you create more chaos or perhaps step away from it.
Controlled chaos.
Another ult on mine. Now Comm and Mizzino both have big weapons to invest.
I spoke about how Icebox hasn't really been opping on this defensive side. This time, goes for it. He has this entire B line. This drone through mid should be an indicator that an A hit will be in attendance.
Yeah, but I think the question is here for Cruz. Do you scale forward or not? Because remember, Leviatán have a ton of really strong ults for a flood retake. They've got comms, they've got Mazzinos as well, and both are used. They're getting all the kills they could want to. Potentially a slaughter on A.
No utility from the side of Crew either.
The Melser's invested the pit. He's gonna try to find some space in it. Find some comfort. The spam. Comm cannot find any success as Melser's got a second.
Icebox.
Of course, it's against Icebox with Blades online! Melser with the response!
How many times has he been in a 1v scenario? This time he comes out on top. This was a must-win round for Crew.
And that they do. Tied at 10. The Red Bull clutch keeping things interesting.
Enemy remaining.
Melser able to steadily navigate the pit, navigate the onslaught.
And that got Shy out of the seat.
And the spark is back up in the hands of Aspas. Remember, he wasn't tested here before.
Yeah.
But now it seems like they want to take that fight.
Oh!
One kill found. Do they continue? Not able to dodge the knife, so he's got to take his heels in here. No exit.
Both Vipers down.
Kaznik close by. And he gets caught. Not able to find the timing.
That was so sick from Kesnet, Doug. That's the controlled chaos we were talking about.
And now the push and pull slows us down. Shy and Klaus both with ults.
Here's more.
A second dance with Thrash. Not really finding anything. Really nice position from Comm here.
You should run.
He could play spoiler if he plays his cards right. But he's deciding to flank around the Killjoy ult.
There's a Killjoy turret here, though.
They're gonna know. Turret cleared and instantly Shy takes a step back. But Comm repositions back B.
But look at Heat.
He's up close.
He took so much space.
They know he's there. Comm is dealt with. Cruz showing signs of life once more. But can Mazzino put him 6 feet under?
Another bad plan.
They're so weak. Kesnet and Shy. Less than 60 HP between the both of them, and they're the only two that remain.
One enemy remaining.
One falls. Can Shy play hero once more?
It's not planted for him.
He's got to swing out and get this fight, and he cannot. The lead once again, swinging back.
Gosh. Heartbreaking for Crew.
Oh, no, you don't deserve
They did so many things right.
Just to do the last few wrong.
They keep throwing these post plants.
It's a great opener from Aspas. but then everything else just kind of goes sideways.
This bomb being planted here, I don't understand. I think it's for a mid reflank potentially, but no one's actually playing for it. Heat, who actually made a round-winning play, taking all that space, bottom mid, killing Calm, repositions all the way to kitchen, and ended up throwing the round for them.
They're going fast B.
Frustration.
The Dizzy catching a little bit. We saw this a couple of rounds ago. It's Kesnet with the hero rifle once more.
Shy could get the one up on Icebox here.
One suppressed.
No death ball this time. It's a split approach. You mentioned Shy towards A.
Yeah, if he peeks from this lower area, Icebox has to hit a nasty flick.
He's been good for it in the past.
Yeah. You already see him gearing towards that closer side of Gen for him to fall back as soon as he takes a shot.
That internal clock starting to go off. Kesnet on first, and you look for Shy with an opportunistic swing, perhaps.
Can they overwhelm Icebox here?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to find safe passage. It's Tex who they might have to deal with. He's been exceptional.
Oh my gosh.
He's delivered, but this time he can't. It would be fitting for Thrifty to go this way if they can pull it off. No weapons upgraded. It's Shy who's grabbed the Guardian that Kesnet dropped. And Icebox now pushing forward.
Grabs a rifle off of that.
Can Shy hold the line? A Guardian up close and personal. Forget it, it might not matter. It's all on to Klaus now. A 1v2, 20 HP. Nothing found.
Match point for Leviatán. And they're gonna save the op going into this winning round, potentially.
We side with relief.
A crucial moment here for Leviatán.
Tex has been playing stand out this map. Oh my gosh.
I mean, Crew made a hell of a run at this. But it just wasn't enough. 7 of the last 8 in favor of Lev.
Surely, this is a round win for Lev. They're gonna invest the Viper's Pit towards this B side of the map and have the Killjoy lockdown on the other.
Neither of them used early, but you're right. Those are 2 big safety valves.
I think once King gets pushed off of this angle.
It's a couple of kills traded early on. Tex will fall. Op still in the hands of the defense.
Where is the lockdown? I think once Crew take control of this B area of the map, you might see an ult from King towards the site.
Got to be careful here. Heat positioned mid.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, no Killjoy utility up. So that's what opens up this mid lurk for Crew.
Calm looking to fill in behind it. Heat paranoid of what could be around him, but continues to push forward. King never had a shot there.
Oh my gosh,
Heat's gonna do it again. Crew still with the numbers advantage here. Spike goes down. Aspas and Mazzino.
A normal plant this time.
Separated. And Heat not done with the round yet. Mazzino will fall. Aspas will have to 1v3 to close this map. Oh, not even a single bullet fired. Crew are far from out from this one.
That was great on Heat to identify the win condition of the round. Once Tex goes down, he understands that that entire mid area of the map is open for alert timing, and he found the perfect timing based off of how Crew approached this site.
1 enemy remaining.
The value that Heat was able to find was insane.
And yeah, he might be sitting at 8 kills to his name, but a lot of the 8 kills that he's had, I mean, the impact has been insane.
I love this from Leviatán, though. Yeah, they have the lead.
They have so many ults.
They just call a timeout to slow things down.
All we need is to just make a Viper ult play setup. Maybe a little bit of support for him in the beginning. Lock down an entire extremity. Play retake on the other side if you need to with that lockdown.
Staring down the barrel of elimination, they have a couple of tools at their disposal.
Kesnet's the only one with his ult online right now. I almost want him to drop his rifle to Shy, so Shy can have full armor into this round. I mean, this is it.
Can Leviatán put them away? Potentially the last round of the map.
Shy has no mollies this round.
Light armor too.
Now I think we're gonna see the aggro Viper's Pit towards B.
Get out of my way!
There it is. Alarm bot to help him out as well.
Meanwhile, a little bit of aggression A. That knife is gonna tag 2. The shorty.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about that left side at all, because the alarm bot will be there to make contact.
Choosing not to pursue in the green goo, they rotate back A.
This fight from Icebox.
A drone to clear the space. A tag onto 1, and now Heat on the reaggress. He knows. Patiently played. Boldly taking the fight.
What a trade.
Shy wins it out. And Mazzino striking 2. Numbers in favor of the defense. Sunset potentially on the cards, but Kesnet's still up.
There's still 2 ults online right now for Lev. This is their best chance at closing this map out.
And it's going to be in retake fashion if they can do it.
It's not planted for them either.
They're threatening a flood, but they don't commit. Klaus is in a really big spot. 1 found. Tax now. Dancing around it. And it's traded. Still numbers in favor of the defense, and now the ult invested. Kesnet pushing forward, and King is on the prowl. Looking to claim the crown once more. They knew he was there, and he's going to land the shots. Can Kesnet do it? First couple of blades go. The easiest kill of their life. We're far from done here.
What a map. 13-11. Leviatán close it out. Resilience. And a lot of players stepping up. Tex, one of them. Man, he went huge for his team.
25-17. What a big performance out of him.
Jeez.
Icebox did his thing, and I mean, it was a fight up until the very end, but they were able to lean into the advantages that they had. The defense was a beautiful half for Lev.
It came down to those post plants from Crew. That plant spot. I mean, oh, it's so tough.
Some outrageous moments. I mean, Kesnet did his damnedest to try to put them away. It just wasn't enough at the end. I think there was a lot of proactive positioning from Leviatán, and that was what made the difference. Sunset to decide it all. Win or go home. We'll see you guys on the other side of this.